Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm your host, PattSun, and today we're going to be taking a look at r/ Surviving Infidelity, where OP's ex is now suffering the wrath of the internet. Let's begin. She's flipped. Posted by Reddit user Ninja Gecko.
Background: me and her met 5 years ago. Been together for the last 3 of those years. The first 2 were spent just casually dating. I love this girl. We do have arguments a little more frequently lately, but that's because of my insecurity lately. See, about a year ago, I was going through a death in the family, and I wasn't able to be there for her. We decided to take a break for a few weeks, mutual decision, and for me to get my head on straight. We talked often during those weeks. Nothing deep, as we wanted to give each other space. Weeks after we got back together, after I found out she started flirting with a coworker. Went out a couple of times. Went down on him too. She showed me the texts. We worked through it, but I've always felt insecure as they see each other every day. Recently. A few days ago we had a fight. We'd made plans, and she cancelled the day of. Cool, right? So I say okay. She has a habit of doing so last minute, and it annoys me, but whatever. So later we talk. I ask how her day was, etc. She sends me a few pictures. And I see a restaurant in the background. When we meet later, I ask her about who she was with, and she doesn't exactly answer, but after taking it upon myself to look through her texts, I see a conversation with same co-worker talking about having lunch together at a very unique type of restaurant, the same that was in the background. I was so mad. I asked if it was him, and she repeatedly said no. I left. Went home. I woke up and saw I was blocked everywhere. I decided not to bother her, as we both needed time to calm down. Today I decided to look at her Facebook through someone else's account. It says she's in a relationship. Co-worker's account says the same. For context, when we were together, she never once put in a relationship, but I didn't care. It's only Facebook. Suddenly, her and co-worker who showed single are now both in relationships. I'm going crazy. I've messaged her friends and everyone she knows who I do, but no one is responding. What do? I can't work, I can't eat or sleep. If she broke up with me, I'd be okay, but she just chose to do it in such a way. I need answers. I need someone to tell me what's going on. I feel like I'm starting to come off as a crazy person, but what am I supposed to do? Edit. Her friend just responded. She's dating the other guy. So yeah. 5 years gone. I've just blocked everyone she knows. I don't think I want to see any more. Thanks everyone.
OP, you say that if she broke up with you, you'd be okay? Dude, she did break up with you. She just did it in the rudest, most immature and cowardly way by ghosting you. Grieve the loss and move on. Once you are happily involved with someone else, she'll probably reappear to try and haunt your ass again. Don't let her back in, even as a friend. 'Cause friends, they don't do this shit to each other. And now for OP's first update.
Update 1. Been over a week since I found out my ex-GF and best friend of 5 years had been having a long-term affair with her co-worker. She ghosted me when I found out. First thing is first. You people saved my life. I admit, I was having very dark thoughts during those first few days, and the words and sentiments of you Reddit folk helped me trudge along. I still come on to read your words when my resolve wavers. I finally told my family and friends, some of them knew already, as our friend groups were sort of blended after 5 years. To say my mother was hurt was an understatement. She loved my ex. Thought I'd marry her. I'd taken your advice and just went completely silent. I purged my house of everything that reminded me of her, everything she got me, or left here, packed it into boxes and asked one of my friends to deliver it to one of hers. I wanted to be proactive. Couldn't sit still. When my friend got back, he told he gave her friend an earful about how I'd been treated. I didn't ask him to. Apparently, she was apologetic. She supposedly didn't know my ex cheated. Yeah, right. I think she just doesn't want to look bad now that it's coming out ex is a cheater. No way she didn't know. But whatever. Yesterday a blank random Facebook pro messaged me. Hi OP, I got the stuff from Talia. I get you're probably mad at me. I get that I fucked up by not breaking up sooner before things happened, but I think it's really cruel of you to tell people our business and even return things I got you as gifts. They were meant for you. There is no reason to be so ugly about everything. This is exactly why I did not say anything. I really think me just disappearing will help you move on faster. There's no reason for it. One day I hoped we could both look back on our relationship fondly as something that helped us become better people. I hope you can reach that point in yourself. Ignored and blocked. She can fuck off. I've got my appetite back. I still have moments where I just can't help but break down, but I feel anger more than anything else. I'm burying myself in work, and most of my interactions with people involves a good deal of faking it, but I'll get there someday. What worries me is my anger. It's easier to just vent here. Here I won't get looked on with pity or tiptoed around. Thank you guys, for real.
The fact that she reacted this way tells me that she cares more about her reputation than the hurt she has caused you. What a fucking vile woman. Keep telling everyone what truly happened, OP. Also, this translation by Reddit user Little Nibble is so good that I thought I'd include it here.
Hi OP, I got the stuff from Talia. I get you're probably mad at me, I know you are, but you shouldn't be, because I had reasons and you should just accept that. I get that I fucked up by not breaking up sooner before things happened, but I think it's really cruel of you to tell people our business and even return things I got you as gifts. How dare you tell people that I cheated on you over and over for many months. I was really hoping to preserve my image and control the narrative, and now people know I'm a cheating asshole. They were meant for you. What the fuck am I supposed to do with them now? There is no reason to be so ugly about everything. I can't believe you are trying to hold me accountable when I had reasons, and you should just accept them. This is exactly why I did not say anything. I'm a coward and didn't want to face the repercussions of my actions and didn't have the balls to have an open, honest, and mature discussion about how I felt before being a cheating asshole. This was so much easier for me. I really think me just disappearing will help you move on faster. I really can't be bothered to deal with your emotions and pain and face my cheating asshole ways. This is so much easier cause I'm a coward. There's no reason for it. There are totally reasons for it, but I don't want to face them. One day I hoped we could both look back on our relationship fondly as something that helped us become better people. I hope you'd get over this because I wouldn't subject myself to any ramifications of my actions. Oh, and I don't regret what I did, so there's that. I hope you can reach that point in yourself. I'm already over it and you should be, but if you're not, it's your fault and there's something wrong with you. Couple of months ago, ex-lover of 5 years cheated on me, then ghosted when I confronted her. I went strict no contact. She tried to incite a response in me with messages from blank accounts. I didn't respond. Now. A few days ago my dad passed away. Somehow, she found out. On social media, I have received such an outpouring of support from my friends, and some of them are friends with her friends. My friends already know not to talk to me about her or share anything about me with her or her friends. Hey. I'm not too phased. It's on social media, so she was bound to find out eventually. My mother is broken. Ex, who has been blocked by my mother and family, decides to text my mother her condolences. She goes so far as to imply that being the caring person she is, she'd like to offer my mother her support and attend the funeral. Guess who with? If you guess a fair partner, then you're right. Why? Because he will support her while she's supporting my mother. This fucking sucks because my mom loved her and they were close until she cheated. Mom didn't bother responding. She just told me what happened, told me she doesn't want her there or to reach out again and will leave it to me to handle it because she doesn't want unnecessary drama after all this. Now I have no choice but to confront her. I also know confronting her is giving her exactly what she wants. She'll be able to say I'm the one reaching out to her. What should I do? What should I say? I have not dealt with it yet, but I plan to. Edit. She actually did say that she wants to offer my mother support without risk of hostility from me. Yeah, because fucking ignoring her is an attack on her apparently. Mini update. Thank you all so much for your condolences. I'd have loved to answer each one of you individually. Thank you all from the bottom of mine and the family's hearts. I took all your advice into consideration. At the end of the day, regardless of the harsh way I personally want to put my ex in her place, I think I see things my mother's way. I don't want any sort of conflict or ill will or cruel words spoken about the circumstances in which I'm putting Dad to rest. I just want peace until after the funeral. I decided I'll not respond to her in any way. I've also spoken to my family through the group to tell them about what happened. Understandably, many were angry and wanted to rip her a new one. I pleaded with them to restrain themselves. That we needed to stand in solidarity and agree we will all meet her attempts with complete silence, and to also set as much as possible on their profiles to private in case she's creeping. I think I got all of them to agree that if she reaches out to them, we'll just ignore and block as many times as necessary. Won't even acknowledge she exists. Everyone's so protective of Ma now, so there's a new unity to the family that's really humbling. I'll speak to the funeral personnel about the ex to make sure in case she does show up she'll be turned away. I'll go to the police station tomorrow, to at least inform them just in case. Maybe they can advise me as well. If a restraining order is my only recourse, I'll take steps in that direction. Lastly, when I told my friends about it, they weren't surprised. Turns out ex is posting about being devastated by the loss of Uncle Dad's name or some such bullshit and is soaking up the pity like a leech. My friends had already agreed amongst themselves to keep this under wraps, to not stress me out. They volunteered to be spokesmen and spread the word to literally everyone that she isn't welcome and that we'll have security to keep her out if need be. They'll also run interference for me the whole day of. I was really touched. They insisted on it, that I should just focus on Ma and they'll take care of everything to do with her. I told them I don't even want to hear anything until after the funeral. Right now, my priority is making sure Ma isn't affected by anything else. I'm staying with her until the funeral. She's a really religious woman, so she doesn't want to be too harsh with the ex and says she's forgiven her, or is trying to, so the best she can do is continue to just ignore her. I'll update after the burial, I think. Thanks for showing me not to react emotionally. God bless.
Is this her way? What? Attending the funeral with her affair partner to play with your mind maybe? But why? Is she twisted where she plays games to be the center of attention? She seems like a narcissist attention seeker. What a complete asshole, man. Fucking hell, this woman is evil. There's just no other way to describe it. I guess now we'll just move on to OP's final update.
Final update. Wasn't going to post another update, but so many who have waited have asked for one, so here I am. Look through post history to see how this all came to be. My dad's funeral service was beautiful. One of his close friends asked if he could put up the time and location on his social media so my dad's friends out of state could see and attend, and they did. Fortunately, I did not hear a peep from ex in the days leading up to it, and I didn't care to. Her parents did attend, though. They didn't stay long and they mostly spoke with Ma, but I hovered around her the whole day just in case. Not a word mentioned about my ex. They were cordial with me, and I didn't get the sense they were unhappy with me, but they had the tact not to talk about anything else. Was sweet honestly. In the last few days, I've gotten a few friend requests from people in ex's camp, but I ignored it. Yesterday, my friend, same guy I asked to return her shit, shows me a message from Talia that is basically spewing hate my way. I'm immature, pathetic, trying to make my ex's life miserable. I'm shaming her, I'm not who she thought I was, how at the end of the day, I'm just bitter, etc. I don't understand, as I've done literally nothing to this woman, and as I'm not talking to Talia, I ask him to extract what this is all about, and she sends him a screenshot of a YouTube video shared by one of our shared friends to her. I will say one of the content creators is named after a fox, LMAO. I guess he, shared friend, consumes this type of content on YouTube, and he found my story. Honestly, I don't mind, it just felt weird. It was my dad's funeral, and posting the Facebook message that named Talia that gave me away, fake name, but I posted the message word for word. He particularly loved the comments dressing her down, and in an act of pettiness I guess, decided to send the video to Talia captioned, "Sound familiar?" Why he didn't tell me first, I don't know. Didn't take long for it to reach X, and holy shit. Out of curiosity, I decided to accept one or two of the friend requests, and yup, this is why. I've gotten pages of drivel calling me abusive for not having the courage to face the woman I'm besmirching, but dragging her name through incel echo chambers, and how X is beside herself that I not only denied her the opportunity to say bye to Uncle, my dad, but talked openly enough about her private business that it's trickling into her workmates' conversation. That, as if that isn't bad enough, I'm psychologically attacking her by encouraging strangers on the internet to bash her. Her accusations honestly got under my skin, and I responded only to ask what about the post wasn't true. Tried to explain that I first made that post in a moment of immense emotional upheaval and panic, and I just needed advice from people who suffered through the same. that I did not reveal anything to expose her or myself to strangers, but she was adamant. Told me my ex apparently cried when she heard some of the comments and that her new boyfriend wants to settle things with me. Made me laugh a little, to be honest. That the least I could do is reach out to my ex and apologize to her. That if I have unresolved issues, my ex is willing to have a sit down and give closure, but I didn't respond. I'm tired, honestly. I don't care about talking to her, and I honestly don't think I have to justify making an anonymous post on Reddit to sort through what was a difficult time for me. What struck me most is that according to the cousin, who I honestly feel was in contact with the ex while talking to me, was more offended at what commenters said than what I did. She couldn't pick out a single thing I lied about. Not one. But no fucks given. I've already blocked her cousin. I've done nothing wrong, and I don't think I have to justify anything I've said or done, least of all to her. Edit. Thank you all for the support you have given me. These last few months, this community has been among my most resolute supporters, giving me strength with your own stories of betrayal and perseverance. Even some of the harsher advice was incredibly useful to me. I truly believe if I had every last one of you in my ear a year ago, I'd have been spared so much pain that I now believe in part was self-inflicted. You're the best. One of the best things I ever did for myself was ask you all for help when I couldn't tell anyone else.
Do you know the ironic part here? No one would have ever known it was her if she hadn't self-identified herself to the anonymous story. What a complete idiot! This probably stopped her from continuing to tell her version of the story anyways. That's why she's so mad. Time to move on, OP. Tell all of them to go fuck themselves. You owe her nothing, and be proud that you got away from that shit relationship and even shittier scum of a person. Move on to better things with the decent people in your life from here on out. Good luck to you and your mom, OP. Oh, and before I forget, to OP's ex, if you're somehow listening to this, I have 2 messages for you. First, please know that I meant everything from the bottom of my heart. I meant everything I've said about you in this video. You are a vile human being. Secondly, what's happening to you right now? Well, it's called consequences. So stop playing the fucking victim and at least try to learn this lesson. Viewer support is the best way for me to remain independent and continue bringing you these daily videos, which will always be here on my YouTube channel for you to watch absolutely free. So consider clicking that super thanks just below the video title, or you can use my PayPal in the description box down below. Thanks for listening, everyone. If you even somewhat enjoyed today's story, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you really like it, make sure to subscribe to PattSun to never miss a future upload. Stay strong.